onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3.
Come on, set. Check right. Switch, yellow, black block.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now a play fake. Lance rolling to his right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Browns. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. To the 43, second down. The Niners are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. To the air yet again, Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. 49ers nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he spins through. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Here we go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready up. On the ball.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Lamb to return it. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Faking the give. Now Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete to the tight end Werner. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the double. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lance going to sneak it. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team.
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
49ers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. And instead it's 2nd down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
A final shot before half for Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
A gain of 2 on the play, and this is 3rd down.
And 55. 24.
Watson off play action. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Play action. Now it's Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Diamador Lenore up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And trouble trying to middle here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson now to throw.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd down and goal. Watson. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he went,
touchdown, Browns! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And it is 42-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And Lance now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And out of bounds right around the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Back to throw, Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try to run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready, set. Ready, set.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing now is Lance.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 52 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Ready up.
Here's Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Lance, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
From the 27, Lance. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They run again on 1st down, Chubb.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one Obviously not ready at all.
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Browns, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.